Have you ever wondered what it would be like to sell to the known rich people in your city and to the unknown rich people in your city? You know, in a city or in a country, there are popular rich guys who everybody knows, oh, these are the rich guys, and there are people who are not so popular, but they have the money. Now, in this session, we're going to be looking at how to sell to rich people. And this is the beginning of a new um, uh, process or a new training. I've tagged it the sales process to unlimited wealth. The sales process to unlimited wealth. So, how to sell to rich people. Now, I have a personal story of how I sold to rich people in the past. I used to work, selling is a transferable skill in the sense that the same concept you use in a particular industry, you can move them to another industry. So this means that if you sold in pharmaceutical before, you probably can sell real estate, or you can even sell FMCG, or you can even sell finance. Why? Because the sales concepts are the same. Now, the only challenge salespeople have when they move from industry to industry is two things: industry knowledge and product knowledge. And if you learn this fast enough, you should be able to hit the ground running right away. Now, my background in sales started from financial institutions. And when I started working in financial institutions, the first job description I had was I was to sell to high net worth individuals. Now, how did we describe high net worth individuals? The world generally has different descriptions for high net worth individuals. I may not be able to go into that in full detail now. But generally, high net worth individuals just mean rich people, people who have millions of dollars, people who have a lot of money. Now, when I was told to sell to HNIs, I was sent to a location where I didn't think there were enough HNIs in that location. And I was able to bring in 21 HNIs to that organization, 21 in a single month. Now, the concepts I'm going to be sharing with you right now on how to sell to rich people are some of the points that I extracted from this experience I had. So this is my personal point of view, and I believe this works on how you can sell to rich people. First of all, there's a mindset you should have, right? There's a mindset you should have. Once there's a mindset change, your abilities change. Identity is more powerful than ability. Identity is more powerful than ability. So once you change the way you see yourself, your abilities, what you can do, automatically changes. So to sell to high net worth individuals or to sell to rich people, you have to see yourself differently. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. You can't have the confidence of a turkey or of a chicken and you want to sell to an eagle, right? So there must be changes that would happen on the inside. Now, the first change I believe needs to happen is the right mindset. And let me just give you two mindsets that I believe are critical for you to sell to high net worth individuals. First of all, rich people are not anybody's problem. What I'm saying is just my perspective, right? Because for some people, they may believe that the reason why they're in a situation right now is because of somebody else who did something to them or did something to their parents. Maybe that's the case. But on a general note, right, rich people are not the problem. They're just making their money, adding value to society, and are being paid for what they're earning. Now, there are people who believe that the reason why they are in a situation or poor is because a lot of people have money. And it's not really so because there's a lot of wealth in the world. There's more than enough than anybody else can spend. And the reason why this is necessary is because you can't sell to somebody who you are angry at. If you believe that every rich person has stolen money, if you believe that every rich person has done something bad to earn their money, that animosity and that anger, see, it will always affect how you come across to them when you're selling to them. Because see, when you sell to people, they look at your eyes. And one of the ways you can show trust or lack of trust, the first place is from your eyes. And that's why eye contact is important. Have you told a lady before and you said, oh, I love you so much? And she was not expecting it. And both of you were close. Then all of a sudden you came and you said, I love you. I want to get closer to you. What will happen? The first thing she do is she look at your eyes. Because the place where trust is shown is in the eyes. So if you have the wrong mindset or attitude towards rich people, you will give up that wrong vibe or that wrong energy, and it will affect how they can trust you. I'll give you a quick story. I ran a program for a consulting firm reached out to us to run a program for them, and I was running a training for top performance in a financial institution. Then, when I ran this program, I remember hearing the story of a particular lady, and this story changed a lot about me. She said she was at a hotel somewhere in Lagos here, And while she was there, there was particular events happening. And all of a sudden, a man walked in and he came in his entourage with all the guys around him with their dark shades, their suits, and they were walking around him. And she thought, man, this guy must be very important for him to have all this entourage and all these people around him. So she said to herself, she looked at herself, she was made up, her hair was done, she had a bag with her suit, her shoes. She looked at herself first of all. And she said, wow, okay, I think I'm looking good enough. Then she said she walked straight through the protocol or the security details, went straight to the man. Now, because they're not used to having people do that here, especially, they were shocked and they didn't expect. She was too fast before they could realize that somebody had just broken their protocol. So while she was ready in front of the man, they were already too late, and they were trying to tell her, "Madam, can you step back? Can you step back?" And the man said, "Oh, sorry, please. She's already here. Please, how can I help you, madam?" And she brought out her card and she said, "Oh, good afternoon, sir. I'm from this banking organization. I'm hoping I could have a meeting with you so that we could discuss how we could do business with you." And he said, "Okay." He brought out his card, the exchange cards. Now, when she looked at his card, he was the MD of another of her competitor. So, of course, to do business in a financial institution with a competitor is almost impossible, right? So she felt, wow, okay, let me just go for this meeting on Monday that she had scheduled. She goes in for the meeting, and here's what the man said. The man said, "Oh, hello. I met you at the event on Saturday, right?" He said, "Yes, sir." He says, "Wow, you're very bold. The truth is, nobody has ever sold to me before." Whoa! And I'm thinking, this is a rich person. And he's saying nobody has ever sold to him. Nobody ever walked up to him to pitch to him. Amazing. So it just shows you that the opportunities are there. But it looks like these people are not even being spoken to the way they should be spoken to, or not enough. Because a lot of times when people go prospecting, looking for prospects, when they enter the room, all they're looking out for is the person with the nicest face, the person with the calmest face. They're not going to the rich people. Now, don't sell to them through your view of the world. That's the second point. The first point I made is that the rich people are not the problem because they are there. They want to even be spoken to. The second point, don't sell to them through your view of the world. There is more than enough. Don't sell to somebody, don't sell to a rich person. For example, people say, of course, the economy generally, some people say things like, wow, things are difficult right now. The economy, the price of things have gone up. The rich people are not necessarily thinking like that. Things have gone up generally for the masses, but for these guys, they are not seeing it that way. For some of them, the opportunities are so great, and they're thinking, how do I maximize? How do I jump into this opportunity? A lot of them, they even have more than enough still at this time. So you don't want to approach them with the mentality with a scarcity mentality. You want to approach them like there is more than enough. I remember the story of a person who said he had sold the property to a man, one of his clients, about maybe 100 million naira. And he had moved to another organization, somewhere in Atlantic, one of the highbrow areas here. And while he was working in that working for that real estate company, his properties were about $700,000, $1 million, which is far from where he was coming from. So he thought, who am I going to start with? Who am I going to sell this property to? He said that man who he had sold the property for 100 million in his former organization, he went back to meet him. And the man bought a property of $700,000, which is in our currencies is over 1.2 billion naira. Think about it, from 100 million naira to 1.2 billion naira. When he was selling to the man, he was looking at, hey, 1 unit, 100 million, can this man pay? What if when he sold to this client, he sold property for 100 million? What if when he sold to him, he sold 10 units to him? What I'm saying is that sell from their own view, not your view. Sell the impossible, and you will get the best. So first thing you want to look at to sell to rich people, number one, confidence. Confidence. Your confidence, you must feed it. And I told you I sold 21 HNIs. One of the things I used to do every day, affirmations. Every day I see affirmations to myself. I had a written affirmation. It was when I'm done saying these affirmations, it was really long actually. Yours doesn't have to be as long as that. When I'm done with these affirmations, do you know that it took me about 45 minutes to say everything? And I will say them every day. While I was a new entry salesperson, I'll get to the bus stop, waiting for the staff bus to come. While I'm there, I'm saying those affirmations to myself. And under confidence, part of what also breeds confidence is imagination. You want to also see yourself selling to HNIs. In your mind, you want to have a picture. You want to see yourself closing these businesses. Then taking the action too. Confidence, see, the more confidence you have, the more actions you take. The more actions you take, the more results you produce. When you see your results, it reinforces your confidence, then you take more actions again. So confidence, action, results is like a circle and it keeps going. Confidence to action to results. So number one, confidence. And affirmations will breed your confidence. Your imagination, seeing yourself do it, will breed confidence. Taking action will breed confidence. This means going to where they are, starting the conversations. There is the ABC confidence builder. A, I meet the prospect for the first time. I'm not necessarily pitching anything, but I just introduce myself. B, when I get there, I don't just introduce me. B, I meet the prospect for the first time. I introduce myself. I just maybe give my pitch. C, meet the prospect for the first time. Introduce myself. A, B pitch. C, then I probably schedule a meeting. So you're not trying to build your confidence by taking action, by trying to engage people. So you want to know what level you are in your engagement of action, whether you're an A person, a B person, or a C person, based on your practice. I can explain that more later as you keep on joining us for this course. Then the second thing is competence, right? Number one, confidence. Number two, competence. Knowledge about what you're offering. The right knowledge about what you're offering breeds competence. Breeds knowledge. Understand your product well. Understand the industry well. Understand the prospect industry as well. And this will show in the way you speak, in the vocabulary. Because if you're selling to a rich person and you can speak his language, you can speak his vocabulary, it becomes very easy to be able to sell to them. Because trust is established quickly. And part of what I did then, I remember I made sure that I sold to a particular industry and I focused on that industry. So when I went to have meetings with them, I had the vocabulary. So I could speak their language and be able to sell to 21 HNIs. The third thing is appearance. Appearance. I was always dressed perfectly. I always dressed with suits like I'm dressed now with my pocket hanky. Always, never, without fail. And there were times when they actually walked up to me and they said, hey, I want to hire you. Come and work for me. And I said, sir, no problem. I'm here. I'm fine. I'm fine with my job, sir. Because appearance is very key. The fourth point is your short pitch of value. Plan your presentation. Whatever you want to say to HNIs, plan it. And the beautiful thing about life is that a lot of times God helps us. He doesn't bring our best opportunities to us at the beginning in our sales careers. Or you just started selling a product. He doesn't bring your best opportunities to you. So you want to make sure that every opportunity you have right now, every client you're engaging right now, you're using it as a rehearsal to make sure that when the time is right, you're able to engage prospects effectively. Then I have 3 more points, but it seems that my time is already up. Tomorrow, I'm going to round up this 3 more points, please, on how to sell to rich people. And I hope you join us for the session tomorrow. Please remember to share with others who are not on this call so that they can enjoy this session as well. Thank you so much for joining. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.